That was another one that people were seeking after it out of all my cases. But word got out how much I was making on the cases, and everybody at the warehouse started wanting them.
I think I'm back finally. Holy motherfucking goddamn internet. Pissed me the fuck off.
And the warehouse was only allowed to buy so many cases and had to reserve so many for the customers, you know?
Right.
So
You get
eventually
Darius.
we had like one
Yeah, there we
pallet
go. I'm
left
back
at that
finally.
point available for the employees, and I was the only one getting it in the beginning. And then all of a sudden, more and more people wanted it. Got down to where I was only getting like a case every few months rather
Hey
than
Faye, how you
several
doing?
pallets a month.
Can I? Okay, yeah. Double check my mic for a second there.
Yep, you're
I had
good.
to go clear to the
Yeah.
other room and reboot my fucking modem.
Uh,
And what the shit? Why is my Streamlabs fucking freaking out? Oh, there it goes. Never mind. Streamlabs didn't want to connect to the chat. And the mini feed's all fucked up. Who knows?
Name on your
It's a
Streamlabs.
shit show today. Way he. It's fine. I feel like the meme of that dog in the picture of everything burning. It's fine. How's it going today, Faye? Kaiser Souza, thank you for the follow. Welcome into the channel. How are you doing? Uh-huh. Yes, it is, Choking Dog. Yes, it is. Mostly alive, just a little bit melting today. Ceiling fan is putting in some overtime. Yeah, it's been really hot over there for you guys. Wonder if it's because maybe I need to... yeah, that's probably why it's not giving me the correct dashboard information. Are you... What? Can I help you there, Cat? Come on. Yeah, it does work pretty good, Choking Dog. Sorry, Roberts. Of course, with the rebooting of the stream, it's throwing them to the fucking windows. Probably not even as hot as it could be. It's more down to me dealing much better with cold than hot weather. Yeah. For a long time, I dealt much better with cold weather than I did with hot weather. No! Give me hot and dry. Please. There. Lurking for a bit. Got some errands to do. Not a problem, Roberts. Appreciate the lurk. It's important when you're doing this to pay attention to what logs are what and where you're at with the trailer, because when it starts to get too full, you can waste a lot of lumber, a lot of volume, if the big piece goes in at the end there. Alright, there's that one, there's that one. Autosave. Oh! We're gonna have a head-on. Oh, nope. He missed. Good. There we go. Hello, Void. What? Yes, I was petting you on your head. Don't give me that look. I'm petting you. You can deal. Ah! Really big stump. My bad. Another really big stump.
Dang it.
Uh-oh. Did you die, Dave?
No screamer outside the base. It'll be about 10 minutes before I get to her, so there'll be the whole neighborhood outside the base in a minute.
Love it, right?
I'm way in a tunnel, and she's screaming.
Yeah, I've got to get back in there and start playing again. I think tomorrow I'm going to tweak the donut factory. And probably Monday do some 7 days.
What night are you on? Because you just started over not too long ago.
I'm into the 20s.
Okay.
I think I'm coming up on the day 28. But I'm running 60-minute days, so my days go by a lot faster than your guys' do.
Oh, gotcha.
Now, if I think you guys are running the 180-minute days, so it takes a long time for your day to go by. My days go by pretty quick. I usually have time to do like one quest, head back to the trader, and then pick up a quest to do that night.
Gotcha.
You're going to hold off until stable releases? Yeah, I mean, a lot of the big mods, you know, packs and stuff like that, the overhauls, I'm sure they're not going to be out until stable comes out, but honestly, it's been pretty fun. I've enjoyed it a lot. A lot of really good changes, I think, in Alpha 21.
Now let me ask you: have you found some tier 2 missions quests harder than some tier 4s? Like they're throwing in crazy feral zombies and actually green ones in a tier 2, like army base.
If it's an infested.
Okay, no, this was not infested. This was like a catch and retrieve or a fetch and clear, for instance. Me and Dave did one the other night at army base, and it was brutal.
Huh.
Like
I haven't
I'm
really
finding
noticed
some
it so much, but
Okay, have you done many quests or
I'm into tier 4.
are you? Okay.
It's not happening on single player.
No.
Just on our server for some reason.
Oof.
Well, the thing is, like, when if you guys are all together when you go in, yeah, it's only a tier 2, but it is calculating some for the fact that all of you guys are there too.
Gotcha.
That is one thing to be said about being in a group when you're doing quests. It will.
Yeah, but even when you do solo, it's way off over there. I've done plenty solo. There's something wrong. It's
It
way,
could be.
way
It could
hard.
be something with the server too. Who knows?
I mean,
I
I've
know I've
got,
been playing single
yeah.
player with survivalist difficulty, so.
I think when you do those things, it adds up all the people that are on the server, whether they participate in it or not. That's what it seems
Well,
like.
yeah. I mean, it could be because it. Well, I should say if they're in your party, because I know the minute they
And everybody on our server is in one party, so
yeah.
that could be it right there.
Because when you pick up the quest, it immediately shares with your party. Unlike before in Alpha 20, you had to share it specifically with your party.
Right.
Now it auto shares, and that could be affecting the difficulty. But no, I mean it's been pretty decent for me. Like I said, I'm on survivalist difficulty. It's the second hardest. And of course I'm almost always running Twitch integration too. So sometimes people are nice, sometimes they're not so nice. Oh, it's over there. Yeah, there's a lot of changes. I actually like the Twitch integration now with 21. It seems pretty good, especially where they reward people for trying to be helpful, not just trying to kill you all the time. I think it lends to people wanting to be more helpful to you. Now,
Gotcha.
granted, there are some people that just want to kill you, and I get it. No, I mean that's originally what the integration was for. And if I were upset by that, then I wouldn't run the Twitch integration.
Exactly.
I mean, Jedi finally got me the other day. He kept trying and trying and trying. Finally, he got me, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I had to." Hey, if I didn't want you to try and do it, I wouldn't have it on. So it's like, that's the thing. It's about surviving what comes up. So if you're not dying and all you're doing is just sitting there building and not really, I don't know. It is less exciting in a way. Don't get me wrong. From the point of the player, it is definitely more fun to just get stuff done. But I can see both sides of it. Making a mess. I mean, that said, too, as much as Jedi's tried at times to kill me, he also will sit there more often than not and, help out, too.
Right. Gotcha.
So, it is what it is. Whatever. I don't care. You're the equal opportunity troll. Yeah. I get it. At the same time, I like running it because they've helped me get a mini bike, before that bicycle, tons of resources and gear and stuff like that. So it's like, all right, sweet. Hey, it helps me out. Mm. I guess I am slowly catching up on the amount of mess I made. You should have seen it when I started the day up, Big Daddy. Literally from here,
Right.
like everywhere you see stumps, from
Uh-huh.
here all the way clear around all this to basically right here was all cut this morning and laying on the ground in
Nice.
piles.
Wow.
I'm still picking them up. I've been cutting a few trees here and there, but yeah. I had, I think, 250, 300 trees cut down on the ground.
That's what, field 14, I'm going to call it, or area 14? What do you call it? Okay.
Yeah, I was slowly working on this because I want to turn it into a
Clover, right?
field. Yeah, clover
Okay.
field. Because I've got alfalfa and 45 now, so I'm turning this into
Nice.
clover. Then I might have a beehive down here type of deal.
Well, that's cool.
That way it kind of hits, both of these fields. That or I'll stick it up over here where it'll hit like all three of these fields.
True.
I don't know. I'll have to see. Well, I've already got a beehive here, so I'm just gonna put one down here where it's less in the way. But I was just kind of slowly working at it, and then I got another great demand for containers. So,
Nice.
all right,
That
slow
was
the
coming up
time
quite
down,
often.
and this is only my second time.
Is it only second? Okay.
But it's like, all right, have speed and let's cut the
Yep.
trees.
Heck yeah. Nice. Is it during a good time for selling logs also? You're in July. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in July, but I'm getting 2,500.
28? Okay. Nice.
2,300. It's not the
Okay.
highest, but I'm also on normal difficulty too, so I don't know.
Yep. That's still
I'm
good.
getting just shy of $80,000 a container.
Wow.
Then when the bonus kicks in for precision farming, it comes up to about 81 and change.
Cool.
So actually, price fluctuations. Yeah, it's quite a bit higher than it normally would get to. But it means I've sold $3.4 million worth of wood in July. So
Can't wait to
Get
see
it.
August's price. Sorry, folks, we're closed.
yeah, well, great demand only lasts like what, 24 hours in game or something like that. I think it's like 24 hours in game. So by end of August, I think, or by end of August 1st, I think it'll be, because I run 2-day months.
Gotcha.
So I think it'll go back to regular pricing at that point.
True.
I don't remember exactly how long the Great Demands last for. If it's 48 in-game hours or 24, or
I thought it was 24.
that's what rings bell to me too. So it could be. I know I got this one the beginning of July the 2nd, so I'll know like the minute I sleep through the night into August 1st if it goes away,
Yeah.
Then, of course, with auto drive running, I grab one truck, fill it up, send it with auto drive to the container drop off, and it will automatically turn around and head to the store.
Nice.
So yeah, you just set it to do the delivery, like it's picking up at the
Mm-hmm.
store and delivering to the drop-off, and you just skip it to the delivery point, and it'll go there first.
Very cool.
That one didn't switch for some reason. But normally, like this here, it's telling it to go to the container drop-off. It's going to hit the sell point, trigger it to go back to the container, or to the crossing equipment. So he's going to hit the trigger right there. Boop. Oh, now I got to go back to the farm equipment shop. And he's going to take off heading that direction.
Nice.
And then once I see that they reach there, I just jump over, quickly load a container, send them to the central farm landing, which puts them down right down here, and then just drive them up, load them, and send them again.
Gotcha. Nice.
And I've got it all 2-lane all the way through, so they don't run into each other anywhere or wait for each other anywhere. They just go.
Gotcha.
And then when I am waiting on trucks, I'll just cut a couple extra trees. Keep an eye. I've got, what, 3.5 minutes before they get to before that first one gets to the store. And with these trees, it's every 5.5 trees loads a container. Another one just sold. He's not going to turn around. It's about a 7-minute drive to get back to the store, so. Hello.
Hi, NBC.
Hey, what up, NBC?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Well, you know. Aside from internet issues, the price of wood.
I saw that.
So I'm taking
This thing-
advantage.
They're the most popular restaurant that's ordered on DoorDash here is
Thanks for the
Arby's.
hydrate they gave me a Paul. And the stretch.
Nice one, NBC.
Oh, they haven't gone away.
Oh, I figured they hadn't. There we go. Thank you for that stretch there, Gamer Paul. Alright, we need to buy more containers, apparently. Yeah, another $70,000 worth of containers.
I see neons around.
Collect straw and harvest thing for contracts. So
Yeah, you doing some straw harvest stuff?
And there goes that one.
I haven't seen Fummins in a while. Is he working a lot? You know?
He's been working nights. I saw him
yeah.
yesterday for a little while.
I talked to him on Discord yesterday or the day before.
Gotcha.
Just been busy.
That was actually a cue to play the Fummins clip. I'm just saying.
Which one?
The working one.
Yeah.
I didn't get home until like 7 o'clock this morning.
Better.
Yeah, I was showing them the prices of the AMD graphics cards, and they're very decently priced.
Oh yeah.
This
Yeah, they are.
the 7900 XTX. I don't know AMD cards at all, but I was sending it to him. I
They're
said, I know,
top of the line at the moment, I think.
yeah, it's
Yes,
like
I
eight
believe it
eight
is.
something and change.
Right.
Down quite a bit.
Nice.
Yeah, he was trying to talk me into it when I purchased mine. I told him, I said, well, for what I'm getting for $300, I can't go wrong.
Yeah.
what did you get for $300? I forgot.
3070 Ti.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I did see him for a bit yesterday, I think, but it was Thursday more that I was talking with him, I guess, and he was showing me some of the stuff he was doing with the working on the Western Star again. So,
Yeah, he's been messing
That's
around with
pretty
that quite a bit lately.
yep. Yeah, he's got the new flatbed into the game. Now he's working on a couple different body options. It's going to have a tandem, so it'd be just a 2-axle truck. The drop axle truck, long tandem, short tandem. A couple exhaust options on it, I guess, now. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Can't wait for that.
Yep.
I mean, not that I use this truck at all.
Right. It's the only truck I think you use, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got 6. Black, red, blue, orange. No, maybe only 5, and green.
By green or regular green?
It's Fent green, I think.
Fenton green? Okay, yep.
Yeah, it's Fent green because it's got the red rims on it.
If you're the last person I see before I go to bed and the first person I see when I wake up, does that mean we're dating?
Well, does it?
Hmm. It's a good question. For which we have no answer.
I know. All I want is
Other
answer.
than one of us wants half the rent. from
Yeah,
from which one we don't know either. I vote we move south.
Move the south. When you move, take the heat with you.
What
Already
heat?
down there.
Or you can
What
have the
heat?
rest that's up here.
I don't think it's been above 80 degrees in 3 weeks.
No, it's been above 50, and that's too damn hot.
Oh.
Today we got like 79 with 90% humidity.
It is pretty damn humid today.
It's gonna be like
73
this
here.
For the next week here. It's supposed
70.
to rain for the next 8 days
Wow.
here.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain today,
Yeah.
but it's been mid 70s and either raining or humid
Yep.
for us for the past fucking 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
96
I
with
hate
100% humidity. That's disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah. I hate this weather that we get from now until about September 1st.
Yeah, I'm much more a spring and fall person, but now it's like the swings in the temperature and shit like that and the humidity, I'm not a fan of.
Hey, we're actually still in an ice age. You know why? You know how you can tell that the Earth is still in an ice age is because there's still ice on the poles. I thought that was some random trivia. Somebody said that yesterday on the radio to contradict this global warming stuff.
73 with 91% humidity, aka armpit.
Actually, I was thinking of you last night there, X-Man.
What were you thinking about? Please, not me.
Oh, no, it was you. There was a commercial that came on TV about
Mr. Clean? What?
Comic Con that was going on this weekend.
That's
I've
in-
never been to one.
That one is in San Diego, and when I went, it was
No, there's
probably.
one just down the road from me this weekend.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one in San Diego is
Question.
going on.
A great demand at Walmart. The only option you have is to scroll through your entire list and hope you find the blue arrow, or if you have the time-saving stock check mod, it will turn blue if you have supply, a stock of it. So it'll kind of tell you, this is what the great demand is for, in that list. But there's no easy way anymore to just go, Walmart and they want this. Unfortunately.
Big Daddy.
Yes, sir.
Steel vault doors.
Mm-hmm.
It's what we use to drop our stuff through.
Yes.
You know what the most OP block is right now? Scaffolding
that?
ladders.
Yeah.
You can throw grenades through them. You can swing through them without hitting them like, glancing blows. You can fire through them. You can climb them if they're facing you. Zombies can't climb them, can't force themselves through them, and they're a full hit point block. And
Wow.
Cop Spit won't go through them either.
That's what I was just gonna. Nice.
It's scaffolding block?
Scaffolding ladders.
Yeah, that cop spit is freaking brutal.
It is, yeah.
It doesn't matter how far up you are. And then the other night I didn't realize there was a bird that had the same vomit.
You can get they're like a radiated vulture or something like that. They'll spit at you.
Yeah. I almost got Dave killed last night. I felt bad.
I was
you
going to
did
ask
not
how the
feel
Horde
bad.
night went.
No, they went all the way through the Horde and they kicked ass. They did good. And then, Dave's like, okay, there's plenty of time to come in, but it was like 2:30. So there was like an hour and a half left. So Dave got back over to his and my house, which he's done more work than I have. And I spawn in, and next thing I know, this mob's trying to come through the door. And for like the next 20 minutes, we're fighting freaking zombies again because it registered me on a Horde night that I hadn't been there, so it decided to raid our base.
Yep, it'll re-trigger it.
Oh, it re-triggered it all right. It killed me.
But by the way, if you're in single player and you kill all the Horde, because especially early on, there's only so many mobs per Horde.
Right.
So if you can kill them all, the Horde will end early. If you save, close the game at, say, 2 in the morning, and come back in again later, it'll kick off the Horde again.
I read that somewhere online, too, that they say that if you're going to start a Horde night, play all the way through until at least 4.
Until daylight, yep.
Yeah, and then save it, or otherwise it will respawn. It's a fail-safe in the game or something.
Yep, it happened to me, because
did
one
it?
morning, I had finished a Horde, quit the game. It was like 2 in the morning. I'd made it through Horde. I was like, all right. I had to go because I was meeting some friends from Virginia that day.
Yep.
So I just quit out and left. And then later on, I was kind of hanging out, and I was in chat with Reyes. He goes, "You streaming?" I'm like, some point. I didn't even know what I was going to stream yet, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But he was getting dead tired, you could tell. So I just fired up a stream on 7 days, jumped right in. And as soon as I jump in, I see a couple zombies coming at me. I'm like, oh, it must just be a wandering Horde coming through. So I turned and started running back for my Horde base that had kind of partially been destroyed. And then all of a sudden the music kicked in, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? This shouldn't be happening. What the hell? And then Reyes raids in.
Yep.
And I had the Twitch integration going by the time he raided in. So what happens is it stored a cop spawn as a raid event. So, but those events won't go off until at least 6 in the morning.
Right.
So I finished out the second Horde till 4 a.m. Survived. Got on my little mini bike. Went back to my house. And I was in the safe zone when 6 a.m. hit. And then, all right, gonna go visit the trader, do some stuff, pick up another quest, do all that. So I get on my mini bike, I go to start leaving. As soon as I get a little bit out of the safe zone, Reyes' cop thing goes off.
Oh, no.
And then somebody resubbed right at that point, which triggered another event. And before you know it, there's a shit ton of mobs around me, and I'm like, what the fuck? And one of the cops killed me, so Reyes got credit for having killed me.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, oh, it was like a 7,000 point bounty, too, that he got.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I was like, he goes, I didn't mean to. I'm like, no worries, man, He's half asleep. He's even more asleep at this point. So he's like, what do I spend all these points on? I go, I don't know. So he starts trying to spend points to help me out, do whatever, to use up the points. Then ends up with top helper, so gains back more points than he spent trying to help me. He goes, I give up. I'm going to bed. It's like, yep. And that's how that stream started. It was just like one shit show after another. Okie dokie.
Wow.
It's actually pretty good. They've got the panel working pretty good now. So you get if you want to do the Twitch integration, you just have to put the panel extension, and then people can just click on it and if there's more than one person in your party and you click, okay, I want to supply books, it'll trigger, like, who do you want to supply it to? And it'll give the list of the people in the party. So you just click on it and... Yep. Oh, yeah, and the points carry over from stream to stream as long as you're on that same save. If you change
nice.
worlds, it resets and it keeps track of it per save, basically.
Oh, if I was doing that type of game with Twitch integration, I'd have to have a separate game. Completely.
Why? I wouldn't mess with you.
It's not the messing with that I worry about. I wish I would be fine with people messing, but he's got more stuff in his list, his short day game, than I've ever seen yet in my 35 days over here.
Oh, wow.
So many books and stuff he's got. It gets too fast advancement.
It can, yeah. I mean,
He had the mini bike before day 7.
Wow.
No, it was after day 7 I had
it wasn't very long after. You had it really early.
I did.
'Cause
I had it well before I could craft it, but it's because I had leveled up to that point too.
Yeah.
One of the things you got to remember too, Dave, is
books. That's the difference. People
Well-
dropping the books. I mean, I could spend all day looking for books, and I still don't have the mini bike, and I'm on. Actually, in my single player, I'm on day 28 Horde, and I still need 2 books, and all I've been doing is looking for books.
well, it wasn't
rating.
it wasn't the books that got it for me, Dave. It was they gifted me the mini bike parts.
Yeah, see,
and
again,
on that
either way-
save, because I
Either
had
way,
to
that's what I'm saying.
because I had to restart my game because the previous random world gen was screwed up. I had started that one out with the intention of I went to 300% XP and shit like that
Oh,
until I got to the same level I was at on the other save. That's how I leveled up so fast. Once I got there, I leveled it back out, loot and XP, and now I'm just on regular loot and XP. But that's how I was there before, like day 8, because I had leveled myself up to level 25 or whatever it was where I was at on the other gameplay.
Be right back.
Yep. So yeah, it does advance you for sure, especially with the books and things like that come. But
Mm-hmm.
I do it more for the interaction with the people. So
Right. I know, Reliant.
how's it going, Reliant? B317, yes. When that big patch had come out after the first alpha release, or the Alpha 21 release, I didn't actually get hit with the character reset. But what I found was when I had done that random world gen, I didn't realize I still had the Margolis Compo pack installed. So it was using a bunch of those POIs during the world gen, which were broken. It doesn't need Dirt, Gamer Paul. Dirt is only a booster for the compost, and the only way to get it is if you have Terraform. Basically, they've put the dirt into the map from Terraform so that it wouldn't cause issues if you wanted to use it. But didn't want it to be required at all. So there's no requirement for the dirt.
Nope. And as a matter of fact, you can buy it in there if you wanted to.
And if you wanted to and you've got it turned on, you can buy it as an input. Even without Terraform, you could still buy it as an input. You just have to go into the general settings. No, yeah, in the game settings under revamp, eligible to buy. And then you can then go into here, compost, and then when you click on the compost thing, or click the dirt, buy 200k dirt. Good. So yeah, what I was saying about restarting was I changed worlds at that point, and I had found a pre-generated world on on 7daystoDieMods.com is where I found it. It's Skyrim by Fluffy Panda, or Tamriel Skyrim by Fluffy Panda or something like that. And basically the map is done in the image of Skyrim's world map. You know, Tamriel, Daggerfall, and all that stuff. So I started a save on that map. I almost did the New York City one, but everybody voted for Skyrim instead. How's it going there, Spencer? Whee! Too much weight. Too much weight.
Hey, Spencer. Spencer found a new D&D guy, or I should say, seasoned D&D guy.
Well,
This guy's streaming right here.
yeah, I used to play version 3.5. There's a big difference between that and what they're playing nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't even, like I said, I don't even know what edition they're on now, but 3.5 is a long time ago. Those books are older than my son.
5e, there you go.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it was 5th edition. Yeah, because I'd seen your post, Spencer, and was I was gonna inquire, which is what I did, and I'll probably catch up with you after I'm done streaming to find out some details. But was talking about it on stream, and I actually went and I got all my D&D books. They're up here now. I've got a bunch of the, like I said, 3.5 edition. Oh yeah, I mean it's D20. The only thing that really changes is how the classes play, their abilities, and some of the other little quirks with regards to like saving throws and stuff like that. So yeah, it was yeah, basically they change enough to make you buy new books. Exactly, Spencer. And in most cases, if you know what you're doing, you can still adapt the old books to the new books. If you're broke. Because them books get fucking expensive. I remember when I bought those books, they were 30 to 50 bucks a book. Back in 2000, 2001, 2002, whenever 3.5 came out, because I had 3rd edition books. And I upgraded to 3.5s when the 3.5 came out. The great part was, when I was doing all of that, the place I was buying them from actually took the old books and trade-in. So he gave me some money back for them. But there you go, Spencer. It still cracks when you open it. The Draconomicon. I had the Alternity books back then too. I still have my Barbarian from back then. Yeah, that one was a Barbarian. That one was multi-classed, who knows what. The DM back then, we used to play with all kinds of custom classes and stuff too. I even still have a bunch of these that haven't been used yet. There you go. Player's Handbook. 3.5. I even have the Dungeon Master's Guide. Like I said, back then those books were at least $30. I think they were $35 a book, depending on the book. The Draconomicon was an expensive one though. That one was, oh shit, I think I want to say I spent $40 on that back in 2002-ish, whatever it was.
I bought a D&D set at a auction one time for $300. Sold it on eBay for $3,000.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I gotta check if I still have them.
For that crap.
I think I might still have them out in the garage. I had some 1st edition books too. I found during a clean out. I'm curious. Dungeons. Excuse me, cat. Excuse me, cat. Holy shit!
Mm-hmm.
$230 for that book now.
Yep.
Dang.
Like I said, people will pay ridiculous prices for some of that stuff.
Well, it's been out of print for 20 some years, so
Yeah, over $100 for the Dungeon Master's Guide for 3.5. Draconom. There you go. $330 for that Draconomicon. Publisher, Wizards of the Coast, November 1st, 2003.
well, you got to understand it is 20 years ago.
Oh,
I mean,
oh yeah, well, exactly. So yeah, it's 20 years old. I guess it's a good thing I held on to them. Maybe I should look to sell them. That's pretty. I gotta look now to see if I have those other ones. Yeah.
not everything in 20 years ago is worth money. Trust me on that. But
Oh,
There's
no.
some good finds if you know what you're buying.
Mm-hmm. I gotta look again to see if I can find them. I don't remember what I did with them, but I remember I was cleaning out a repossessed property, and I've found a bunch of older Dungeons and Dragons books. I want to say they were first edition. I should look and see if they're still out in the garage and what condition they might be in. Those would probably be worth a decent penny. Yeah, exactly, Spencer. I moved, so I must want to pet the cat. I moved, therefore, I must want to pet the cat. That's how this works. Another one just sold. Sweet. Yeah, finally cleared everything above the ridge. Now it's time to go refuel this thing, and I'll start cutting along the bottom edge of the ridge while I finish picking up the top of the ridge. Because it's about out of fuel. Can't see. Where's the stump? So there. Yeah, making some pretty good progress on this property. Getting all the stuff picked up. I think it's gonna be movie night with the wife tonight. Well, kids are with my mother, so find a movie.
Code for
and-
movie. Is that code?
No,
Movie night.
yeah, just hang out and watch a movie together.
Then he can really pet the kitty. Sorry.
Oh no! See that apparently doesn't fly much anymore because she doesn't want to cause me any additional pain. So,
Oh
yeah.
boy.
Yeah, we won't get into that part of it. Just remember not to fall asleep. Well, no guarantees. I only had like 4 hours of sleep last night. Snuggles and back rubs. Well, snuggles, sure. Back rubs, I ain't got one of those in a while. Where do we go?
Just a quick
Smack.
FYI.
What's up?
If you're putting the vault doors on the outside of your thing so you can shoot things, don't fall through them.
Nice. Hey, you're not supposed to do that, Dave.
No, it was a broken leg worth of falling.
So, oh, are you trying to shoot down through the, through it like at the ground?
Yeah,
That's where that
Drop-
scaffolding
just
comes
to-
in.
just to drop Molotovs through. That's all.
Alright, so the scaffolding you can't really drop the Molotovs through. That is one downfall, but you can throw grenades and pipe bombs through just fine.
Well, I don't want to put grenades and pipe bombs up against the walls of my base here, so.
You
That
gotta
might
remember
be
though,
good.
grenades and pipe bombs don't do near as much damage to blocks as dynamite does. So it's
Right.
minimal block damage for the explosion. Not coal. Missed a jump the other day and you broke your leg. Nice. I had one the other day. I was doing a POI and I could have sworn I was dead. Like dead to rights. I don't know how I got away with just a sprained leg. Like I was 100% dead. Because I fell like 5 stories, but I managed to like clip the edge of the building as I was falling and slow down somehow, so I didn't take the full fall damage. Plus I had the impact bracing on my boots and the second level of the agility so that it helps lower your fall damage. And got away with it relatively unscathed because I was right near the end of the POI. Going into the final like loot area, so you know there's usually a bunch of extra zombies there, and sure enough I walked around the corner and there's 2 radiateds because it was a infested clear, a radiated Karen, a radiated Bo, and a feral white plus something else, and I was like, nope, fuck this shit, I'm out. And I started running backwards and fell off the edge of the roof. And was like, oh shit, I'm dead. Came out on top somehow. And then, of course, You know, I was laying into them. I had a pipe machine gun, which was helping me out some. But they all start ragdolling down the building after me. And I'm like, all right, sweet. You're just ragdolling, can't do anything, and open fire. But yeah, I would have sworn 100% I was going to be dead. If it hadn't happened on stream, I wouldn't be able to claim it even happened. Because the other problem was I hadn't completed the mission yet, because it was clear the zombies out. So here I am trying not to get too far from the POI and thinking in the process of falling I'm dead. So there goes that mission.
Right.
Survived by the skin of my britches. I think I've decided I'm going to actually really try out the spears and spec into them to see how good they can be. Because if you can get one of the books allows you to do penetration damage with the spears, so you'll hit multiple zombies with each spear attack.
Mm-hmm.
Second session was brutal. Yeah, it can happen. So, thinking I might give it a try, because once you get all of the books, like you get a chance of bleed, you get the penetration on it, refill your entire stamina bar with a kill. Oh, heard somebody leave Discord and could have sworn it was my internet going to shit again. It's got fairly decent reach with the spear, I thought, Spencer.
That's what I'm using currently. I'm using the spear and leveling that.
Now you
Liking it so
liking it?
far. It's just on server, unfortunately. The bad guys have extra long reach.
Yes, they do.
That's tough.
Yeah, basically because of that latency, you know, they could be a half step off or something like that, and you don't realize it. So they're actually swinging before the animation, or a little bit
Yeah.
further than, you know. Yes, servers, I mean, that is one thing they suffer in games like that with aiming and stuff. You don't always get the right hit because of latency, lag. May have been some rage moments. It will do that. That is a game that can have some rage-inducing moments for sure. 100%. Yeah, no, I mean, even if you do get good latency, it's still latency that you don't see in a single-player game. Alright, Ghost, you take care. We'll catch you later. Have yourself a good one. Has anyone heard from Wheels? Can't say as though I have in a few days. Maybe he went on vacation?
No, but he said that he had some real life stuff. He wouldn't be around for at least a week.
Ah.
So
Well, there you go. Evening there, Not So Grumpy. How you doing, Thomas? Question, you two conveyor belts don't work with port pack? Port
you
pack?
gotta have the script. He probably doesn't have the script installed if they're not. The
Oh,
conveyor belts aren't working.
yeah. Oh, yeah. The conveyor belts that you put in for moving things around. You need that Thunder script, right?
Yep.
Do you have that Thunder script enabled, Thomas? That's right. I think you were here earlier asking that question, and I never got around to answering that. The pallets on it. Yeah, so you need a script in order to do it. Should have been downloaded as part of the pack, but you need to make sure it's enabled. Yeah, is it the TH on create extension one?
Yep. It was in the pack. He has to enable it.
This one here, TH on create extension. You need to make sure you have that enabled or they won't work. Well, other than that, I have not used those at all, so I'm not 100% familiar with them, we'll say that. I've watched what Dave's done with them, but other than that, I haven't actually done anything with those. What's going on there, Memlar? It's already out, Memlar. Go ahead and resync. Dave forgot it. He added it a couple of hours ago. Now, if only we could get the images for the goats and all the other ones. Not a problem, Memlar. Yeah, I'm going to be going ahead and trading out my trailer here shortly, too. It should be part of the download, Thomas. Are you using the mod folder switcher, or are you downloading the updates manually? I figured you were going to hit the fence. Stinking truck. Yeah, if you're using the mod folder switcher, just try resyncing the map. Or, I should say, resyncing Canyon Crossing into your mod folder.
Why is there a zombie dog out here during the day?
Are you near a POI or something? Or just
Why is
randomly?
there 3 zombie dogs out here during the day?
Oh, dang. they're like
Oh,
the worst.
nowhere near.
The only thing worse than them is the coyote attacks that you can get with the Twitch integration when they spawn like 4 coyotes on you.
I'm working on my horde base. It's horde day. They must
Ah.
not like it.
Then you must already have the on-create extension if you're doing it.
There's 2 more coming.
Chokin' Dog says dogs every 5th day since like Alpha 15.
Oh yeah,
Which day you get ready for?
it's 28.
Well, that wouldn't be a 5th day. Well, it could be a dog horde. Just random dog horde.
Getting lots of stuff off them.
Sorry, Farcrow.
It's a good game.
Thomas, did you check your mod folder to see if you have that TH on create extension mod? Your wife might join you. How's it going there, Surfing Cowboy? Not too bad, just chilling. Right on. Well, welcome in. I'm just making a big logging mess. Every 5th day used to be a thing. You did have a dog horde on day 5 and thought they brought it back. Ah. She doesn't play Farm Sim because she can't drive. Um... FS22 underscore. It would be FS22 underscore TH on create extension or something like that. And G-Man255 coming in with a Prime resub. Thank you very much for that resub. I do greatly appreciate the support. How you doing today? Thank you, Spencer. I was pretty stinking close. I missed one capital. God damn it. I'm putting a hurting on this property. Watching Dave get your itch going again. And a friend had a surfer up, so you've been popping on here and there. Yeah, it's a really great game. I do get drawn into it pretty often. And Alpha 21, I think they made a lot of really good changes. Of course, there's just so much other stuff going on right now. No, Farcrow, you can't. You actually have to put them in the back of the container. They have to hit a trigger on the back of the container. You both love and hate the new lighting? Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I really like it for the immersion, but damn, it's fucking dark. Like, brutally dark. Especially if you're in a POI and a storm happens at night. It's like, get wrecked. 7 days to die surfing. Night vision get, yeah, essentials, yeah, 100%. NVGs or the headlamp or even just a torch or something is like almost required now. He added the Rytrans today. I don't know if he's going to be adding anything else surfing. He might be able to offer some insight.
Not yet. I'm in 7 days to die. If I get done early enough, making some.
Let the man kill his zombies, would you, chat?
But why? No.
Dang it! There's another dog. They're everywhere out in the desert today.
Is that one? You're stuck. Every now and then, I don't get it. Just every once in a while, they'll get really squirrely on this route, coming through here, and end up stuck on a tree. They'll do 10 runs without touching anything over here, and then just randomly get stuck on a tree. It's not like it's a bump or anything that's causing them to swerve either. It's all pretty damn smooth through there. Ah! Oh, God. Gotta love it. Itch right in the inside of your nose. It's like, heh heh.
Reliant Robin was supposed to have something for me last week, and I haven't seen it yet.
Hands free, that way you can still see. Well, yeah. You're not wrong, Spencer. But in the event, you know, you got some zombies coming at you with a torch, you can always right-click to, like, stick it to the wall or something and have some light. Or toss it on the ground. Oh, the hospital or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly not ideal as, you know, a headlamp or night vision goggles, but in a pinch, it's better than blindly stumbling around in a POI if you can have a torch with you. Ah, our Alliance been doing his driving lessons and trying to get his test done. Well, that's fair, Reliant. Welcome back, Brookie. Nope, Brookie, they are definitely not. You love the empty containers. Just yes, that's a really nice change. Having the trash bags and the, birds' nests and all that stuff disappear now when you loot it. So nice. Because I am one of those people that I'm a bin chicken. I just run around, and if I see it, it ain't nailed down, I'm taking it. If it's nailed down, let me get my wrench. Because I'm still taking it. Not as bad as some people, but I do get pretty loot heavy. Every little cupboard or bag or whatever I have to look through. Nope. Not this time, Brookie. You and your friend normally play as a team, and he'll kill while I scavenge. That's what's happened the last few times I've been playing with Apples. Is he just takes off killing, and I'm like, what? You're not gonna loot this stuff? And he just like doesn't loot. So I'll sit there and literally just loot while he kills. It works for me. Itch. Oh, dang it. Making a mess. Back on vanilla. Yeah. There are some, some fewer loot boxes, yes. Not everything is necessarily lootable, which is a good thing. Oh, it did. Couple times, Brookie. My internet went out, which caused me to crash, and then a couple minutes later it went out again, so I went and rebooted the modem, and yeah, it's been a struggle bus day. See the reflection of my wife in the other room. So, I was on Amazon a minute ago looking up some of those books.
Yeah.
There's like $1,000 worth of books on that shelf. I'm very tempted to make some listings. But at the same time, if they're worth that now, what are they going to be worth in 20 years? What do you do? Why are you playing with my ducktail?
Because I can't handle my wife.
Yeah, the 3.5 player's handbook that I have up there was going for around $300. The Dungeon Master's Guide was around $350. No, sorry, the Dungeon Master's Guide was around $100. The Draconomicon was $350. So that was just 3 of those books.
Yeah.
Not a problem, Thomas. Woohoo!
Wife's gonna crash for a bit.
You know what?
I'm gonna crash for a bit.
Oh. Well, I try. It's really Dave that figured it out. I wasn't even 100% sure what you were talking about at first. Alright, we got a truck there. We got a truck. No, not turn sugar cane off. I want to jump here. Pretty much, Brookie. Yeah. Lately, if I haven't crashed at least once, it's not a stream for me. Oh, I got to avoid the giant piles because I'm working my way back this way from over there. Excuse me. Now I'm curious about that one. Ooh, final season of Jack Ryan coming out soon. That was a good one. Oh, they're still printing that one. Ah. Huh. Still printing that one. Not worth much. But yeah, you know, hey. $250 for that one. $100. Gotta love it. Whoa, hey, hi, ha. Stop it. Back on your wheels. No, no, no. I'll get these damn logs in here some way or one way or another. Basically just filled that trailer. I just want this one. Gimme. Let's see. We're at 41,333. 43,744. And the little tall piece at the end, the really skinny one, that's around 900 liters. Downward dog yoga? That doesn't sound like fun. Dang it. I need more. I need more containers again already. How much have I sold for wood now? Where is it? $4.3 million. Diablo 2S. Sweet. If I didn't already own it. Yeah, I have 2 resurrected, 3, and 4. Ah. Crappy grab of logs right there. There we go. Making progress. Now we're down to the end here. We're working our way back that way. Sweet. Judging by where we're at. Big one and one of the small ones, or middle and one of the smalls will finish that container off. These 2 right here. Do-do-do-do-do. I don't even want to know how many stumps I'm going to have to clear off this property when I'm done. It's going to be ridiculous. No, you stay. That was timed out bad. Should have looked to see where that other truck was. Oh well. Ah. Stinking stumps everywhere. Let's go here. We're gonna special redemption. That should work better. There we go. Bingo Dean 2009, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. How are you doing this fine Saturday afternoon? Doing good? Good to hear. Good to hear. You play Farm Sim? If you do, are you PC or console? First loading the ride trend. There you go, Memlar. So many more containers there. Holy cow. Nope. Yep. Passing equipment. Drop off. Turn you on. Start. Yeah, last container, and then we're going to buy a whole bunch more. I still have a whole bunch more. But we're going to grab this container, send this guy back to the center farm landing. And then I am going to go find me a raid candidate. I need to get up and get a good stretch in and grab me something to snack on until supper time. Doing all right today, Bingo Dean. They're just in the objects menu, Farcrow, under containers. The Schwarzmuller 3A. So if I come under trailers here, low loaders, Schwarzmuller 3A. And then when you get it, you need to make sure you extend it out and it'll auto-load the containers on. You play this game too, Bingo? Nice. Hmm. Oh, really? Sounds good, Billy. All right, we're going to hit this button here. As always, I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out. It's been great. I do greatly appreciate the support. My mini feed's broken right now, so thank you to everybody that's followed the resubs. I do greatly appreciate it. Hopefully that's fixed by the next time. We're going to go raid Mr. Green Thumb Farmer. And until next time, you guys stay safe. Have yourselves a great rest of your day, a great weekend, and we'll see you all sometime tomorrow. Till then, take care. Stay safe. Did he go offline right as I raided? I think
don't
he
know.
did. I think he did right as I raided.
Yeah.